Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk to you about the Hydro Flask. Now, this is something that I know it's a very popular drinking bottle, but I got one because I really needed to drink more water, and I've had a million different types of bottles, and none of them have ever really fit exactly what I need for my day to day. So I decided to get one of these as like a Christmas gift for myself, and it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, but I just really wanted to try the Hydro Flask to see what the hype is about because I've had things like Yetis, I've had a bunch of different brands like Arctic, and they're not bad brands, but they didn't fit what I needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go over why I really enjoy the Hydro Flask and why it's so popular. So the first thing to know about the Hydro Flask is it comes in a base model where you get the flask itself and then you also get just a regular top. This is a top that I bought for it, a different type of lid for it that you can get if you would like. I wanted it because it has the built-in straw. And for me, that's sort of what I've been missing on a lot of these other types of bottles because most of them you get, they just have to like where you just pour it and it, there's no particular like flow to it. I personally like to have a straw if I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. It just makes the whole experience a lot easier for me, and I don't have to worry about spills and things quite as much. So first of all, I liked this lid because it's got the little keyring loop over here. Obviously, you're not going to put this on a keyring, but you can easily carry this around without any issue. Aside from that, the build quality of these is really amazing. I have tested it by putting water and ice in here to see how long it would stay cold, and just putting regular water out of my refrigerator into this, it keeps it cold for hours and hours and hours. But if you add just 2 or 3 ice cubes, tiny ice cubes, that water can set overnight and it'll still be cold, which is pretty amazing. And I know a lot of these types of stainless steel water bottles offer the same type of cooling, but I just put regular water in this out of my fridge and I can already feel it through the bottle that it's still cool, it's still cold. Aside from that, it holds quite a bit. Like if I drink one of these a day, I feel very accomplished because there's a lot in here. A lot of water is what it holds. And you can get different sizes, but for me, this is like the perfect size. I also like things that are really designed well and look good, and the Hydro Flask does. It looks great. I saw these years ago when I was in Asheville, North Carolina at one of their Whole Foods locations, and I was just checking out like some of the different end caps, and they had a ton of these, and they were very popular. Everybody I saw in Asheville seemed to have a Hydro Flask, and I wasn't even sure what they were. I didn't even hear about these where I live until years later, and now they've just kind of called on for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I can say without a doubt that I wish I'd bought one years ago because I could have been using it all this time. This is my #1 go-to bottle. It's rugged enough to where I feel like I could take it with me just about anywhere, and it holds so much in terms of liquids that I don't have to worry about refilling it so much. I have found personally that I drink a ton more water because of the Hydro Flask. I don't know if it's like a psychological thing or what, but I really do drink a whole lot more water when I drink from my Hydro Flask. I think honestly, it's the fact that it's always fresh and cool. Like I don't like my water ice cold, cannot stand ice cold water. It hurts my teeth. I have a whole nother video from way back where I talk about like toothpaste for sensitive teeth and stuff. So I've always had this sensitive teeth issue to worry about. And for me, having water that is cool, but not like room temperature, lukewarm, that type of thing, I don't like warm water either. So I like water that's just like slightly cool. And this keeps it the perfect temperature all day long, pouring it just directly out of my fridge. So I like that. I don't have to keep running to the fridge to get the right temperature, and I don't have to let it set out so long to get to the right temperature. It just keeps it like a perfect temperature for me. If you like really cold water, just stick some ice cubes in it, a couple. This thing's gonna keep it really ice cold for like 24 hours or something crazy. I don't know what the exact amount of hours is that Hydro Flask claims to do, but like I said, I can fill this up, go to bed, and the next morning when I wake up, it's still cold. The water is still cold. So it's pretty amazing. If you've ever wanted a Hydro Flask, but you want an awesome deal on one, be sure to check out that link in the description where you can get the best price on the Hydro Flask. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, Let me know in the comments what you think about the Hydro Flask, or if you have another type of bottle that you use on a day-to-day basis. The main thing here is that we're just drinking more water. I think that anytime you can do that, it's a good thing. And I will see you guys later.